Closed after almost 18 days, and today on Independence Mall, federal workers who were starting and staring at a Friday without a paycheck. They rallied to end the shutdown now. Live on Independence Mall is
at her home in Rockland County. Catherine Fico is furloughed from her job with the IRS.
Extremely anxiety provoking.
Uncertain when she'll be paid again, she's pinching every penny.
We are deferring payments where we can. We are boning everything back to the bare necessities to try and make it through.
The twins are on college break, so last week's family night at the movies became a matinee to save $40.
Well, I actually returned a Christmas present that I figured was a little bit frivolous.
Fico and Autherine Wilson are local officers with the National Treasury Employees Union. Wilson anticipated a quick resolution to the partial shutdown.
They would agree and we would open up.
That didn't happen, so how does this now leave you feeling?
Depressed. They're looking at the government worker as brick and mortar and not people.
As the shutdown drags on, some are getting desperate. This Central Islip woman, one of hundreds of furloughed federal workers turning to GoFundMe, pleading for help to pay the bills.
You know, when you say, well, gee, how can you be paycheck to paycheck? You have a decent salary. The reality is, living in the New York metropolitan area, things are very, very expensive.
We have some that saying they have family that they may be able to borrow from. We've had people apply for unemployment.
That'll help with cash flow, but if, as expected, workers are eventually paid retroactively, they have to repay any unemployment they collected. Both women just hope and pray this sign comes down soon and they're back at work. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Employees are scared, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're wondering how they're going to make their payments, their bills, their mortgage, put gas in their car, everything else. I've had many employees call me asking if they should just quit their job and get another job. They're wondering about unemployment, how they can apply for that, what they should do if this is going to last a long time, because people just don't have the savings to get them through months at a time like this. And they're also helping out family members who are also struggling, and the savings only goes so far.
IRS employees in Fresno make up the bulk of the local federal workforce, and the shutdown is starting to hurt. Jason Sisk heads the local chapter of the National Treasury Employees Union, which represents more than 5,000 local IRS workers.
It's a mixed bag. You have some, they'll be okay for a little bit, and then you have some that are right away if they live paycheck to paycheck, and so they're trying to apply for unemployment.
Some have been furloughed, but those deemed essential are required to go to work without pay. Fresno Congressman Jim Costa.
Jerry Scott is a furloughed IRS employee, and he is also the Atlanta chapter president of the National Treasury Employees Union.
I speak for some 750 federal employees that's within my chapter. We have single parents, parents. I spoke to a parent today whose daughter's tuition is about to become due. People will have to dip into their savings because there is no paycheck. Now the question becomes, how long must this go on? You have parents with more than 1, 2 children within the house. It is a huge impact when people are uncertain about when we're going to return to work, how long they're going to have to continue to dip into their savings in order to make ends meet. People being confronted and faced with mortgages becoming due, those who don't own a home, rent, car payments, just everyday living. That's impacted by the mere fact that we are now unemployed, no paycheck coming in, but guess what? The bills don't stop because we're furloughed.
No, they don't. No, they don't.